Hello everyone and welcome to Everlast Cyber. In today's video, we'll be going through practice questions and answers for the Salesforce Data Cloud certification. We'll be starting right off with question 1. Which data model subject area defines the revenue or quantity for an opportunity by product family? A. Engagements. B. Product. C. Sales order. D. Party. The engagement subject area focuses on interactions and activities that are related to customers and prospects. However, it does not specifically handle revenue or quantity related to opportunities. Products in the data model includes details related to all products, including their revenue or quantity, as it relates to the opportunities that are there. So this subject area allows organizations to analyze and report on revenue by product family. Sales order relates to orders that are placed by customers and the details surrounding those orders. Now, these may not directly define revenue by product family in the context of opportunities. Party involves the stakeholders in the transactions like the customers or suppliers, rather than the specific revenue or quantity data for products. So our answer here is option B. The product subject area includes all details related to the products, including their revenue or quantity as it relates to opportunity. This helps the organization to also understand the sales performance and trends within the specific product categories. Question 2. A healthcare organization needs to integrate patient data from various external systems into Salesforce Data Cloud for a unified viewpoint of patient records. Which feature would best facilitate the continuous synchronization of patient data across these systems? A. Data import wizard. B. Batch data processing. C. Real-time data streaming. D. Manual data entry. The data import wizard is used to do one-time imports rather than a continuous synchronization. The batch data processing processes data in groups at scheduled intervals, and this is less immediate than real-time streaming. Real-time data streaming does a continuous synchronization of patient data across the various external systems into the Salesforce Data Cloud, while manual data entry is inefficient and prone to errors, and this makes it unsuitable for continuous data synchronization. The answer we'll be going with here is option C. The real-time data streaming will allow for immediate updates and it will ensure that the patient records are always up to date, providing a unified view for the healthcare organization. Question 3. A data cloud consultant is working with clean and organized data. However, the schemas which refer to an individual with multiple names like contact, subscriber, and user need a standard mapping. Which term describes the process of mapping the different schema points into a standard data model? A. Unify. B. Segment. C. Transform. D. Harmonize. The term unify often implies bringing together different elements, but this may not refer to the mapping of schemas into a standard model. Segment refers to dividing data into distinct groups based on specific criteria, and this is not related to standardizing or mapping schemas. Transform refers to changing the format or structure of data, and this can be part of the process, but does not denote mapping different schema points to a standard model. Harmonize, on the other hand, is the process of aligning and standardizing data from different sources or schemas into a consistent format or model. So our answer here is option D. Harmonization involves mapping different terms or schema points like contact, subscriber, and user into a unified and standardized representation, and this makes it easier to analyze and use the data effectively. Question 4. A company using Salesforce Data Cloud wants to ensure that only authorized users can access sensitive customer data stored in the platform. What should the data architect implement to achieve this? A. Regularly change the password of all user accounts. B. Implement role-based access control to manage user permissions. C. Store sensitive data in a separate database outside of Salesforce Data Cloud. D. Encrypt all data at rest without user access restrictions. For option A, this is a good security practice but does not control access to sensitive data. Role-based access control allows a company to define the user roles and assign permissions based on their roles. This approach will effectively manage and restrict access based on the user's role within the organization. For option C, storing sensitive data in a separate data cloud outside of the Salesforce Data Cloud can create additional complexity and potential access issues. While option D protects data but does not prevent unauthorized users from accessing the data in the first place. So with respect to the scenario we were given in the question, we'll be going with option B. Implementing role-based access control to manage user permissions. Question 5. Everlast Cyber intends to fully delete one of its existing data streams and its underlying data lake objects. What should the consultant consider before deleting the data stream? A. The data stream can be deleted without deleting the underlying data lake objects. B. The underlying data lake objects can be used in a data transform. C. The underlying data lake objects cannot be mapped to a data model object. D. The data stream must be associated with a data kit. For this, we'll be going with option A, but let's go through the other options. So for option A, while considering the deletion of a data stream in a data lake environment, it is important to understand that a data stream can be removed independently of the underlying data lake objects. So this means that while the data stream can be deleted, the data lake object and its data may still be retained for other users or processes. In option B, this may be true, but it does not directly relate to the consideration for deleting the data stream. Option C may not necessarily be relevant to the deletion process of the data stream, while option D is not typically a requirement for deleting a data stream. So that's why we're going with option A. Question 6. A bank notices discrepancies in their customer data after ingestion into Salesforce Data Cloud. Some customer records have duplicate entries while others are missing critical information. What should the data steward implement to ensure data quality moving forward? A. Ignore the discrepancies as they will be corrected in future data ingestions. B. Use data quality rules to identify and resolve duplicates and missing information. C. Create a separate report to track discrepancies and fix them manually. D. Ingest data into a separate sandbox for testing before applying to production. Looking at option A, that is incorrect because ignoring the discrepancies will lead to ongoing data quality issues. In option B, implementing data quality rules will allow the data steward to automatically identify and rectify discrepancies like duplicates. Option C involves manual tracking and fixing, and this is inefficient because it can lead to further errors. Option D suggests testing in a sandbox, and while this is useful for development, it does not directly address the need for ongoing data quality management. So our answer here is option B. This proactive approach will ensure that only high quality and accurate data is maintained in Salesforce Data Cloud moving forward. Question 7. A consultant at Diamond Logistics is trying to ingest a field from the contact object in Salesforce CRM that contains both year, month, dates, hour and minute, and year, month, date values. The target field is set to date data type. Which statement is true in this scenario? A. The target field would only hold the date part and ignore the time parts. B. The target field will throw an error and store null values. C. The target field will be able to hold both type of values. D. The target field will only hold the time part and ignore the date part. For this, we'll be going with option A. When ingesting data into a field defined as a date data type, only the date component will be stored and the time component will be disregarded. In most systems, especially in Salesforce, a date field is designed to hold date values without any associated time information. Option B is highly unlikely because most systems will handle the excess time information by ignoring it rather than throwing an error. For option C, a date field cannot store time values, so this is also incorrect. And in option D, the date field would only retain the date information, so it would not hold the time part, so that is also incorrect. So our answer here is option A. The target field would only hold the date part and ignore the time parts. Question 8. Which Salesforce Data Cloud feature standardizes varying field names like customer ID, email opens and clicks across systems for consistent reporting of customer engagement data? A. Data lake. B. Data mapping. C. Data profiling. D. Data visualization. Data lake is a centralized repository for storing large amounts of raw data, but it does not standardize field names. Data mapping allows the team to standardize and align field names from different systems, thus ensuring consistency in reporting and analysis. Data profiling helps analyze data quality, but it does not standardize field names, while data visualization is used for creating charts and reports, but not for field standardization. In this case, we'll be going with option B. By mapping the fields like customer IDs and email opens from various systems to a common schema, the marketing team can ensure uniformity in their engagement data. Question 9. A data analyst needs to ingest customer purchase data from a CSV into Salesforce Data Cloud, but the purchase date format doesn't match the target field's format. What should the analyst do before ingesting the data? A. Change the date format in the CSV to year, month, date before ingestion. B. Ingest the data as is. Salesforce will automatically convert the date format. C. Create a new target field in Salesforce to accommodate the date format. D. Ingest the data and it will throw an error for the date format mismatch. For this, we'll be going with option A. Salesforce Data Cloud expects that the data should match the format of the target field. So before ingestion, the analyst has to convert the date format in the CSV to align with the target field's format, which is year, month, date. Question 10. Cruise Racers requests its consultants to extract runner profiles and activity logs from the Track My Run app. Load 3 months of historical data and sync new data moving forward. What is the best sequence of actions to implement this? A. Use bulk ingestion for the historical data and streaming ingestion for future updates. B. Use bulk ingestion for both historical and future data. C. Use streaming ingestion for both historical and future data. D. Use streaming ingestion for historical data and bulk ingestion for future updates. For this, we'll be going with option A. Bulk ingestion is ideal for loading large amounts of historical data, like in this scenario, 3 months of data required by cruise racers. While the streaming ingestion is suited for real-time synchronization of new and updated data as it becomes available, thus ensuring an up-to-date information is continually added. So, in this scenario where the organization requests that the runner profiles and activity logs should be extracted, 3 months of historical data to be loaded, and synchronization of data moving forward. A is the best option. That is the best sequence of action to implement this. Question 11. A healthcare provider wants to consolidate patients' data from various sources and assign a unique identifier for each patient across systems. Which feature should the provider use in Salesforce Data Cloud? A. Data transformation. B. Identity resolution. C. Data cleansing. D. Data mapping. Data transformation modifies data formats, values, or structures to align with specific requirements in Salesforce data. It is useful when the data is when the data needs reformatting, but it doesn't address the identification or unification records across systems. B. Identity resolution. This helps to match and merge records from different sources by assigning a unique identifier to each individual. Data cleansing. This corrects or removes inaccurate or incomplete data entries to improve data quality, while data mapping involves the alignment of data fields from different systems with fields in Salesforce Data Cloud. In this scenario, our best answer is option B, identity resolution. This will ensure that the patient's data from multiple systems can be accurately consolidated under a single unified profile. So that's why we're going with that answer. Question 12. A telecom company requires real-time updates on network usage data from customer devices in Salesforce Data Cloud for quick analysis. Which method of ingestion should the data engineer use? A. Batch data processing. B. Bulk ingestion. C. Real-time data streaming. D. Data import wizard. For the first option, batch data processing processes data at scheduled intervals, not in real time. Bulk ingestion is suitable for importing large volumes of data. Real-time data streaming enables continuous immediate ingestion of data as it is generated, while data import wizard is used for manual or periodic imports within limited automation capabilities. For this scenario, our best answer is option C. With real-time data streaming, the telecom company will be able to access and analyze data instantly for quick decision making. So that's why this is the method of ingestion that the data engineer should use. Question 13. Adventure now wants to load a one-time historical data dump of customer engagement data amounting to millions of records. Which ingestion method will best suit this scenario? A. Real-time data streaming. B. Bulk ingestion. C. Data export wizard. D. Data quality rules. Real-time data streaming is suited for continuous instant data updates rather than for a large one-time data dump. Bulk ingestion is designed to import large volumes of data in a single operation, and this will make it ideal for a one-time historical data load with millions of records. Data export wizard is used to export data, and in option D, the data quality rules is used to monitor and enforce data quality standards. So with respect to the scenario where an organization, Adventure now, wants to load a one-time historical data dump, the best option is option B, bulk ingestion. It is efficient because it processes massive data sets without the continuous update needs of the real-time ingestion. Question 14. A consultant for Green Foods has identified duplicate customer profiles in Salesforce Data Cloud due to multiple sources. How can the consultant resolve these duplicates? A. Apply identity resolution to consolidate duplicates. B. Use data mapping to merge records. C. Adjust data ingestion settings to ignore duplicates. D. Export data and manually clean up duplicates. For this, the best option to resolve this is option A. Identity resolution in Salesforce identifies and consolidates duplicate profiles by matching records across multiple sources, thus creating a unified customer view. For the other options, data mapping aligns data fields from different sources, but it does not consolidate or remove duplicates. Adjusting the data ingestion settings, it might prevent some duplicates, but it doesn't resolve the existing duplicates. For exportation of data, this is time consuming and prone to error, so it doesn't apply in this case. The best option is option A, applying identity resolution to consolidate duplicates. Question 15. BlueTech needs to maintain high data quality in Salesforce Data Cloud by validating data accuracy upon ingestion. What features should they use to enforce quality checks? A. Data profiling. B. Data quality rules. C. Data mapping. D. Role-based access control. Data profiling is used to analyze data to understand its patterns, structure, and anomalies, but it does not enforce validation checks during ingestion. Data quality rules allows for defining validation criteria to check the accuracy, consistency, and completion of data as it is ingested. Data mapping aligns data fields between systems, but it does not validate data quality, while the role-based access control manages user permissions and access to data, but it does not impact the data quality or validation during ingestion. For this, the feature that BlueTech should use is option B, data quality rules. This feature will enforce standards that will ensure data quality across all incoming records. Question 16. The sales team at Horizon Ventures wants a unified view of each customer engagement and transaction history, which resides in different systems. Which process should the data architect use? A. Data unification. B. Segment creation. C. Identity resolution. D. Data visualization. In this scenario, the process that the architect should use is data unification because it consolidates data from multiple sources to create a unified view of each customer. So this process will combine the data from disparate systems like engagement and transaction records into a single customer profile. And with this, the sales team will be able to have a comprehensive view of each customer. Question 17. Greencom Solutions wants to create targeted customer segments based on purchasing behavior and demographic data for a marketing campaign. Which feature should they use? A. Identity resolution. B. Data mapping. C. Data quality rules. D. Segment creation. For this, we'll be going with option D. Segment creation allows organizations to define and group their customers based on specific criteria like their purchasing behavior and demographics. This feature is particularly useful for the marketing campaigns as it will help target the right audience with tailored messaging and offers. By using this segment creation, Greencom Solutions can effectively identify and engage customers based on their unique profiles and interactions. Question 18. A logistics company wants to monitor the completeness and consistency of incoming shipment data in Salesforce Data Cloud. What should they use to enforce data quality? A. Data profiling. B. Real-time data streaming. C. Role-based access control. D. Segment creation. Data profiling involves analyzing and assessing the quality of data to understand its structure, consistency, and completeness. By using data profiling, the logistics company can identify any issues with the incoming shipment data like incorrect formats or missing values. Real-time data streaming is a method used for continuous ingestion of data in real time, but it does not address data quality. Role-based access control, like we've mentioned before, it manages user permissions and access to data, but it does not monitor data quality. Segment creation is used for grouping customers based on specific criteria. So for this question we have, our answer is data profiling. With data profiling, the data being ingested into Salesforce will meet the required quality standards for accurate monitoring and reporting. Question 19. A data architect at Health Plus needs to ensure patient records from different systems are combined accurately without creating duplicate profiles. Which feature should be used? A. Data cleansing. B. Data export wizard. C. Identity resolution. D. Data visualization. For this scenario, we'll be going with identity resolution because this feature is used to consolidate and merge records from different sources while ensuring that the duplicate profiles are identified and resolved. In the context of Health Plus that we have here, this means that when combining patient records from various systems, identity resolution will help to accurately match and merge records for the same patients, thereby preventing the creation of duplicate profiles. Question 20. A financial institution is concerned about the security of sensitive client data in Salesforce Data Cloud. Which feature would help protect this data against unauthorized access? A. Role-based access control. B. Data profiling. C. Data visualization. D. Data mapping. For this, we'll begin with option A. The role-based access control helps to manage user permissions based on their roles within the organization. So by implementing this, the financial institution can ensure that only the authorized users will have access to sensitive client data in Salesforce Data Cloud. This would also help to limit the exposure of confidential information and protect against unauthorized access, thereby helping to maintain data security and compliance with regulations. This brings us to the end of the video for the Salesforce Data Cloud. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and also hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified when our next video drops. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.